Turret plate will fall soon. Team has destroyed the turret. Been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Rampage. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Is it dodge promos to inflate a Marshat that now after the dodge changes? No, people usually will just dodge 2 and then remake the 3rd one if they will play more that day. And if they don't play more that day, then they just dodge 3 times and then they're locked out for 12 hours obviously. But if you wanna play more, then remake 2 or dodge 2, remake the 3rd one. And then win 1 or 2 games, get back into promos. But yeah, it's like, it's not dead, but it's just less effective now. Because they nerfed it in 2 different ways now. It's like Riot kind of fixed all like the MMR stats now that we are in late season. They didn't care about it at all in early season, which is usually what happens, but then you hit like mid-season, they'll fix 1 or 2, and then you hit late season, then most of it will be fixed. I don't know why mid lane is AFK, but sure. And tips for Kha Zix is just all about getting to your power spike fast without falling behind. And look for the free opportunities that might happen before your power spikes, and then just play around your power spikes really good. Learn how to flank really fucking good. And the champion is pretty strong. I should honestly get serpents this game. The amount of times this Lee Sin has been caught this game is fucking nuts. There's no point in dodging your diamond promos if you're not grinding to masters. If you're grinding to masters, do it, but if you're not grinding towards masters, no point in doing it. You need to grind like another 400 LP in order for it to be worth. It's the same with decaying. Decaying is only worth if you can get on a win streak right after you decay. If you can't get the win streak, it's pretty much whatever if you decay or not. But like, let's say you decay and you can win like 5 or 6 games in a row, then it's like pretty much worth it. But let's say you like win 1 and lose 1, or win 2 and lose 1, then it's not worth it to decay. We're back to needing 8 wins, by the way. It's pretty fucking disgusting. It's gonna be like maybe like 2 weeks or something of me just being like completely fucking emotionless, not giving a fuck. But that's fine. Eventually we get back one way or another. This could be worth it. It's like game like these, it's like the game is so easy, right? But every game in Masters should just be fucking easy, but it's just not because it Masters and people are fucking bad. It's just all about consistency with your teammates. It has nothing to do with how good I am. I mean, I can win against like challenger players, I can win against like bottom LEC players, right? Because I've done it before, like I've done it for the past 3 seasons. It's just all about your teammates being able to play the same way. Because if they don't, then it's really fucking whatever. And today I've had a lot of fucking top gaps, a lot of fucking support gaps. My mids and ADCs have generally been fine today, but yeah, I don't know. And jungle is just in such a boring spot where it's just like full clear, wait for a laner to make a mistake and then gank.
An ally has been slain.
How did that one not fucking hit? Oh yeah, of course Malphite is alive and it's the fucking ultis me or whatever.
Double kill.
It's like, obviously you're not gonna get like 11 kills every game in Masters, right? But it's just like the idea of how you wanna play the game and what objectives you wanna trade, like it's pretty much always the same. It's rare that you'll like get into games that are unique and like where you actually learn something. I barely fucking learn from playing solo queue. I can only really learn from watching others play. I learn very little of watching myself play or just playing myself. Because it's always the same shit all the time. Maybe like 1 out of 5 situations that will be slightly different or something. Just that, yeah. What did I even die to? I really need to focus, don't die. Oh, what Q? Yes. I just don't even know how this game is like even. Because I got Baron and I got most of the Drakes and I got Rift Herald. I think also first tower, right? But we're down in towers. And I've killed their bot lane like 10 billion times already. And early sin has been caught before every fucking objective like at least 4 times this game. Yet the game is still like in pretty much an even fucking spot. Somehow Lee Sin also has 10 kills now, by the way. Imagine Lee Sin. I mean, this is like Lee Sin favorite matchup, right? But all like the non-favorite Kha Zix matchups are winnable like one way or another. That's the thing with jungle. Like counter jungling or having a counter matchup in jungle is not always relevant, because unless you can like actually hard snowball, then it doesn't really matter, because you can just play through lanes. It's only really important in lanes that you get counter pick. Counter picking in jungle is not really as relevant, unless if you can like absolutely hard stomp. Or if you like counter like the entire champion's kit or whatever. Like for example, like Sejuani gets hard countered by Trundle, right? Because yeah, there's nothing they can do. Same for Nunu. Like Nunu cannot play the game if you're playing as Trundle, or if you're playing Poppy versus Zac cannot play the game, stuff like that. Then it matters, but in a matchup like this, it's like doesn't really matter if I get counter picked, because I'll just not go for the Lee Sin.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, Korean Jace on sideline wins 1v1. It's pretty good. Now we should be able to get Baron. Even has TP, but we should just play it slow. So they're all 4 down here, so Jace can just freely push.
Has destroyed a turret.
Because again, like situations like these, like I know what to do. Like here, you obviously just play slow. You let the Jace push, wait for the enemy team to like react. If Jace then would just push more, but I guess Malphite is alive now, but it's fine. Now we can just play for Soul. Like sometimes you just start Baron to force the enemy team to react, not actually to finish the Baron, but people just don't get it because it's solo kill. That's what's like super annoying. That's a really bad TP from top. It's a beagle. It's like then you're just sitting there like bouncing around with your LP, like oh now you get plus 70, you know, now you lose 15, and it's like you're just sitting there waiting for people to either understand or not understand how to play the game, and then it's like then you just win and lose depending on that. Like it's actually pretty fucking boring down the line once you reach like this point. Once you haven't reached the point of like, oh, you know what to do in like 95% of situations, then it's still fun because you're still learning and stuff. But it's like now, it's like 95% of the time I already know what we're supposed to do, so I'm just hoping my team is actually going to do what we're supposed to do. And then last 5% of the time, either I'm surprised or I learned something new, because I don't know everything about the game, right? It's just most of it I already know, and then it's like just sitting there. Hoping for people to understand how to play the game, and if they don't, you lose, and if they do, you win. And that's why it's like sucks being like down in LP for me, cause sure some of the games were like my fault and didn't perform well, but most of the games it's not even my fault, it's just team coordination being like absolutely terrible. And people like refusing to actually try because they're like weak mental or whatever, and then they just give up and don't try to win, and it's like, okay, I guess I just lose because of that now. Not because the enemy jungle was better or enemy team were better, it's just because I have one laner that doesn't want to actually win the game because they fall behind or whatever, or if they die once or twice in lane and they're like, yeah, you know what, I don't want to win. And that's apparently a reason why you can lose nowadays. And then you have people that are literally not tryharding in ranked, that are just first timing random shit and like have zero fucking clue what they're doing. And then they're like, oh, I just play for fun, and then I ask, why don't you play normals, and then they don't even fucking answer. Like, it's really CBA down the line. But if you keep getting LP, then it's like nice, right? But if you lose LP to the same fucking shit over and over again, eventually it just fucking hits you, man. Yeah, I should have dodged that one.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Well, if we get an inhib mid for this, it's fine for me. Yeah, I can't dodge when I'm slow by Malphite Q. Somehow my entire team is dead here. Fair enough, I guess. It's the other thing to play with apes, and if it's a loss, it's not your fault, but you can prevent most of this shit if you check your team before a game. Yeah, you can, but then you have to dodge, and then you will have like 12 hour lockouts. Like, I used to, like, up until like this month, I think I had in total 4 autofill games myself, and I had 100% win rate, 2 games on Malphite, 2 games on Janna. Now I don't care, like now I don't give a fuck. If I get autofill, I'm playing it out. And also I've dodged for over 2000 LP, but nowadays I don't really dodge, because I don't really fucking care anymore. And the reason why is because it's just, the season is just like terrible. There are too many inflated players, there are too many master tier players. Grandmasters was like the worst invention ever to make. And it's just overall really, really fucking bad. Let's just buy this, whatever. And also, like, I'm only playing like this season, right? And next season is not even sure if I'm playing like towards Challenger. But why would I care like for next season, let's say? Because it's not guaranteed that I'm playing like towards too much next season. Like, obviously I can get Masters, right? Because it takes fucking, I think it takes me like 20 games, right? Because I'll get like Master bonus to like 70% win rate or whatever, maybe 80. But getting like towards Challenger is like a different thing, because Challenger is like 800 LP, it's not just 0 LP Masters. 0 LP Masters is fucking easy to get. I think everyone can get it nowadays, to be honest, in Season 11. So that's not the tough challenge, like I can get multiple combos into Masters. I can get it with like, I think my highest is 77% win rate or something. That's not the challenging part, it's just getting like super high LP, because you need to play so many games. So I'll always like get Masters. What about Challenger? I'm not sure if I'm even getting it next season, because I don't know about time. All depends on work. Masters is just low elo. It used to not be low elo. Like, it used to actually be high elo and it was like, I don't know, maybe like top 1500, top 2000, right? Like, then it's actually not bad. Okay, I'm just not doing damage. Let's just make them tank that. Nice. But the reason why Masters is not high elo anymore is because there's like 6,000, not, I think 7,000 Master tier players now. There's never been this many. And I know every season, generally speaking, people will like improve and get higher LP. Yes, that is true. But a platinum player is not gonna hit Master tier within like one season. Some platinum players will, but it's not hundreds of platinum players. It's not hundreds of D4 players. But the reason why it's like that is because a lot of new accounts, like fresh accounts, got the normal MMR boost, and they then get high elo because they're gaining like plus 27 and losing 6, right? So obviously they're gonna climb even if they like don't win any games. Because if they just win one game and they lose 4, they still climb. Like, how is that ever balanced? So that's one thing. And then the second thing is like, I don't like the fact that Riot Games is supporting spamming games in order to climb. And what I mean by that is, I don't like, let's say a person